Hey, John Dillon here with another exciting tutorial from C3 Softworks. In this session, I'm going to show you what you need to know to place your games on your website or your hosting site so you can send out links or place them on your website for others to play. It's really quite simple. But to help us understand the concept, I am going to demonstrate to you using my desktop, well, in the most unique way I've ever used my desktop. Let's get at it. If you look over here to the right side of my screen, you're going to notice my very small, cramped office. And in it, I have my computer with a copy of the Bravo web version of the software, which will allow me to make games for the classroom and the web. I've just made a game. And when I make a game and save it, it's going to create a file folder based off of the name I gave it. What's unique about this is, once a game is made, it no longer needs to be attached to the Bravo Game Builder. Sure, I can launch a game through the Game Builder, but really all I need to do is open up this file folder, and if I'm going to do this on the classroom, all I have to do is click on the exe file. If I'm going to do this online, I'm going to click on the play HTML file. But here are all the assets I need to play the game. So what the Bravo does is when it saves a game out, it gives me all the assets I need to play the game. So in essence, once the game is made, it's now its own autonomous being. It no longer needs the Bravo software to be played. That's pretty slick. What's really slick about that is, if I want to play this game in Classroom A, other than a player license, I don't have to install any software on this computer. All I have to do is make a copy of this game. Maybe I'll put it on a memory stick. And I'm going to take it with me as I walk over to Classroom A. Place this into the drive, open her up, hit the exe file, and the game will play. Pretty slick. So you're saying, well, that's cool, John, but how does that help me with placing games online? Well, we're going to accomplish the same thing by basically doing the same thing. The difference is, we're going to make a copy of the software and place it online to our FTP web host. The same folder, the same files. The difference is, we're not going to use the play exe. So I'm going to go ahead, grab this file, drag it up to my games, open up my games, and there is my file. And now, instead of clicking on the exe file, I'm going to link to the play HTML file, and this is what I'm going to place on my website. I've just told you what we're going to do. Let's do it. I'm going to go ahead and use FireFTP. That's how I upload my files to our server. Yours is probably going to be a little bit different, but the same principles apply. Once you are logged into your FTP site, what we need to do, as I just mentioned, we need to upload this game, this whole file folder, and I'll just click on it. It contains all those assets. That looks good. Here is my files, all my files of my root. And it's the games is what I want, just as I demonstrated. And so what I'm going to do is go ahead, either drag this over here to the right, or just click on the arrow, and I can do it either way. So I'm going to go ahead and click on this and listen to the music while it uploads. Da, 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 da. Sorry, I've got that song now in my head. Okay, so it took a couple minutes to upload the file folder to my FTP site, and I had some images and video in it, so it took a little longer than normal, but it's up there. And now I'm going to go ahead and click on this, and what I want to do is select the play.html file. And this is the URL I'm going to copy that I can place on my website or send out to others so they can play the game. So I can right-click on here, copy URL, and I'm good to go. I'm going to create a new instance of a browser. I'm going to go ahead and paste my address. And now the game is loading real time. No editing there. That's how fast it took to load. So now I'm going to hit Next, and there's my Coffee University intro screen. And I'm all set to go. In our second tutorial, we're going to show you how easy it is to make changes to your game and upload it. Sure, I made a mistake here. Here's an example where I set this up where the end user can change the number of teams. Well, I don't want that for an online game. I want this to be locked down to a single player. so I can go back to Bravo, make the change, and re-upload all the files. Well, it does take a couple minutes, and depending if you got video and a lot of audio files, it could take longer. There is a way to streamline this, and what's nice about this is, if you're like me, I'm constantly making changes to my game, and it's very easy to upload one file instead of all the files. So if you're interested in learning how to do that, join us in part 2. Until then, you have a great day, and I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Take care.